All right. Shit. You guys know I have to prime myself before I get to kicking it. I don't know where to begin. Cause I know when we was out there, you doggone didn't really get all the warnings that you guys get. And what I'm trying to find some okay. What I really see that's happening is that most of you guys are still afraid. You don't really accept that there's a level that you should strive to be on when it comes to being a man. Now, I'm an old motherfucker, yeah, and I got a bunch of different sets of game, a lot of it on all kinds of things. Some of it's old, some of it's new. But let's take that old and new. What is old to you? I'm saying not what thing is old, but what does the word old mean to you? And is old shit any good? See, yesterday's news, or no, today, right now, today news. Let's go even further. Tomorrow's news. Tomorrow's news. Uh, Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's news will be fucking old by tomorrow night. Do you feel me? It's gonna be old by tomorrow night. Shit. Tomorrow, period, will be old next week. Shit. I'm telling you, I try to tell you motherfuckers to relax and get into yourself. But I also have to tell myself that to relax because I'm just getting too old to be running around dealing with all the little things that I deal, not little women and shit. I'm talking about little business things that I be doing during the day. And excuse me, I can't be running around like that. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't be doing that. I think if I was, running just to be running, I am too old to be doing that. I don't need to be doing that kind of shit. But see, I'm running to help young motherfuckers find their path. I'm doing everything that I'm doing to assist whoever listened to me, whoever, especially if you come to SWU, but whoever listened to these videos, I'm fucking trying to get you to get the confidence that's going to allow you to find your goddamn path. Because you ain't going to find your path the way you're doing it. You guys are in my opinion. I could be wrong because I started off talking about old and new, but I'm old. Well, I'm saying to you, you need confidence to find your path. You know why? Because you'll never know what your path is because you'll be too afraid to choose it when it comes. You're going to do what everybody else does. And that's just get a job, go to work for as long as you have that fucking job, retire, get old, and fucking die without ever choosing a real path. Now, a job is a path. That's the path everybody chooses. But your path is something entirely different. See, my path, I've always been a motherfucker to not be a leader, but being a smart motherfucker, uh, getting the good grades and all that. I did that, but that don't make you no motherfucker. You have to have a path. My path was them streets. I chose them, and I lived in them. But see, there's a lot of people that like what they saw of me. They think it's the shit, but they won't choose that path. They'll pretend to choose it, buy some bullshit gold, hollow. The fuck is get this hollow gold? Anyway, they buy some bullshit gold, get one of them fucking 60 folks, no, not a 64, a 76 or whatever shitty, and put them motherfucking 38-inch wheels on them, and them motherfuckers is in it. Got music so motherfucking loud a bitch can't hear shit if you said something to her. But they about it. Woo 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 woo. Yeah. See, what I'm saying is this: what you lacking is confidence to make that choice. I had to make that choice when it came to fucking bitches who was just out beef wrestling because I had conversation that I learned. And shit, I could catch a bitch, but what is that bitch gonna do for me? That always had to come first. But when I first got in this game and didn't have no hoes, I was fucking damn near every bitch I call myself getting that. No, bitch, that ain't what time it is. So you have to make a fucking choice. And you want to live your life as a king does. And to be a king, you gotta have confidence to make decisions. So, excuse me, man, I'm over this cold, but still I got remnants of it. I knew staying true to the game. I learned. I take that back. I didn't know that. I learned it the first 2 or 3 years I was in the game. And over it came to be true to the game. The game will be true to you. Do unto this game is the way you want this game to do unto you. I mean, taking little things and making it real. So what I'm saying is, if I stayed true to the game, I knew the motherfucking game was going to be true to me. I knew it. So I'm telling you, you gotta make choices. These choices are going to determine whether or not you live in obscurity or you live in wide open. Otherwise, if you make a choice, I don't care if it's playing a trumpet, or the drums, or if it's racing cars, I don't care what it is, but you have to choose something. So what I'm saying is, I would be bored to death if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm 67, so it ain't too much running around I really want to do as far as bitches go. I get the most excitement kicking it with you motherfuckers, even though I don't kick it because you're too distracting as far as what you be talking about. So I wait, let that chat jump off, and I'll wait till the end, and then I check the chat out because I don't like to get distracted. I check notes out. I take notes and I bullet points. I'll be reading them. So because I don't like distraction. You want people to follow your conversation in the order that you spend it. So we got to understand. So I believe old is what old does. Period. Real motherfuckers, they run so that they golden years now, for me, can be lived out in bliss. Working motherfuckers work in, I guess they enjoy what they do. They enjoy the fruits of their earlier labor as far as when they get older. But shit, I never believed that. I never believed that shit. And now that I qualified to be an old motherfucker who sit and just watch the grass grow. I mean, I decided in my older times to pass on the shit that's missing from the game, from being a man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff missing. You just gotta understand. Fastest is not necessarily the best. Everything you want gotta be had fast. I mean, I understand that. But some things take time. And you never took the time to do the things when you were younger, to do the things that bring out the man in you at this point. You motherfuckers never had to walk up to no broad in front of your class and ask her to be your goddamn Valentine and that bitch tell you no. That shit used to happen. Valentine. Motherfucker, the teacher would say, okay, time to pass out Valentines. And some of them would let you sit in the goddamn at the desk and then get up and go to somebody's desk and woo woo. That was a little later, maybe like 7th grade. But the 3rd and the 4th grade, motherfucker had to stand up and make a circle and move all the desks out the way, stand up, make a motherfucking circle, and then the goddamn teacher would say, okay, it's time to pass out your Valentine's. And you got to walk over to this broad in front of all these people and hand that bitch a Valentine. And you ask that bitch, would you be my Valentine? Motherfuckers was paranoid to do that. But we did it. We certainly did it. I'm talking about we be standing up in the circle and everybody passing out Valentine's. Nigga be saying, damn, shit. What did she say? No. You talking to your partners and everything. You in the 3rd and 4th grade. Talking, kicking it about bitches like this. You motherfuckers didn't do that. You motherfuckers didn't do shit to make you be a dude. From a little boy growing up to a motherfucking young man, and from a young man growing up into a real man. I'm just, you didn't really do it. So you can't comment. You can only accept or not. Now, if you don't, you didn't get done. I never fucking believed in just watching the days turn into night. So what I'm passing on, because the motherfucking years, they actually determine your golden year, your golden age, or whatever you call it, your golden years, the years you were younger doing whatever you did until you get to your older age. That shit you was doing determined how you're going to live your older age. Man. And the motherfucking Peckerwoods say 60 and 70 is your old golden years. Okay, I guess I'm in mine now because I'm almost 70. But when you're in your golden years, you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting on the lawn, you're watching the fucking birds fly. Those are your golden years. Golden years meaning you ain't got to do shit because your shit is being paid for by the work you did in the past. You know, retirement or whatever, pension, all that kind of shit. Yeah, man, but 60s and 70s is not the golden years anymore. 80s and 90s is the golden years. So I got some time to, stay down. And that's what I'm doing. So if I put my efforts at this point in overdrive, shit, this shit I'm doing with SWU just might be the ticket for me. Because as long as I'm living and can talk and think, I can, spit this shit. Motherfuckers ain't gonna be willing to talk to no 90-year-old motherfucker. Yeah, but I'm gonna be on the internet and motherfuckers might know I'm 90, but this dope I'm gonna be spitting gonna be young. And it's like it is now. So if I'm not motherfucking gonna deal, or if SWU don't do for me what the fuck I wanted to do, I'm gonna just keep on pushing anyway. Now, without the confidence to believe in myself or you believe in yourself, you just better get ready for a couple of new words. Because see, confidence kept me out the pen. Confidence made me smart in school. Not that I was smart, but I was smart enough to know that I ain't fucking with them motherfuckers that ain't going to class and shit. Man, although I was that kind of motherfucker, I cut, drop some motherfucking reds and be fucked up all day at school. But what I'm saying is, I had the confidence to not go a certain way. That all the other dope, all the shooting, using needles, all that shit. All my partners was doing that shit coming up. Some of them motherfuckers OD'd on that shit. Not me. I ain't fucking with no needles. If I want to do whatever I want to do, and I gotta mix it up or do something to it to do it, that mean I ain't fucking with it. If I just can't take it and smoke it or take a pill and drop it, I certainly ain't altering shit. That you into the dope scene then. I ain't in no dope scene. I'm just doing some shit. So what I'm saying, the new words that you need to get ready for is because you're going to be involved with the system. If you don't have the confidence to motherfucking say no to different shit and go, fuck you, go do it. I ain't. If you ain't got the confidence to do that shit, then you're going to say, oh man, all right, go get caught up in some shit and you're going to be in jail. See, you know what jail is? You know, the way these motherfucking Peckerwoods got prisons and shit and jails, they're like hotels now. So, especially in prison. So what they do, the warden is really a motherfucker that owns a motel. And he wants to keep his fucking motel at full occupancy at all times. That's why they got so much petty bullshit to fill these jails up. But I don't know if you know, they get like, well, I'll get into that a little later. But what I'm saying is, long as they got that jail full, long as they got that prison full, they get big money. Then whoever allowed it, let motherfucking people like me and you form a group, a conglomerate, and build some jails that's private. The private jail charge more, get paid more than the state jail or state prison or the jail, city jails, because they privatize. And the sheriff or police, whoever, is farming out being a jail to the private people. Now, the private people are really motel and hotel owners. I don't mean in real life, but I mean the way they see jail, since it's their business, they got to keep it full. Now, they can't do shit, but they can show talk them motherfuckers in law to just, take them in for some bullshit. In jail, you don't get that much as you do in prison. But what I'm saying is, as long as they keep that shit full, they getting paid like a motherfucker. Now, Pritel is a prison. Jitel and Pritel. Jitel for jail, Pritel for prisons. And like I say, prisons and jails are now like hotels. And they're all for profit. Now, it should stand to reason that the authorities make sure they're all at full occupancy at all times. What I'm saying is, and by the way, this is one time the shit is across the board, not fair, but equal. I mean, it is equal as far as how many Peckerwoods and how many motherfucking niggas get fucked up with this bullshit, keeping the jails full. But what I'm saying, take this for instance. You motherfuckers get pulled over, and the motherfucker pull you over to you for nothing. So let me see your ID. Man, I ain't why? What do you want my ID for? See, what I'm saying is, at one time they'll just talk shit and get your ID and motherfucking do whatever they is gonna do. But now you going to jail. You going to motherfucking jail. Simple shit like refusing to identify yourself is reason enough for motherfucking Popo to charge you with something, knowing you're going to resist. You're going to resist the rest of that shit because you know you ain't did shit. And once you start resisting arrest, you're going to go to jail for multiple charges. Any little thing that at one time even the goddamn Popo used to laugh at. Oh, he got a joint. I mean, now they really let you have a joint, but they really don't. They better not see you smoking because you're getting a DUI. Same thing with being drunk. So I'm saying, if you think it's cool about them legalizing weed, let them motherfuckers give you a weed test and you ain't even smoking no weed. You're going to be under the influence. You know how long weed take to get out your system. They going to start carrying that blow thing for weed. I'm saying they doing shit to keep the jails full. So anything that they can call arrestable, you're going to spend some days. So therefore the jails are going to be getting paid. But anything else, you get sentenced over, you're going to the pen. And these motherfucking pens, they get 33 grand per, per inmate. I think the state for pens, I think they get like 30, or I forget exactly. But what I'm saying is, there's simply another asset for these fucking Peckerwoods to have. Now, what I'm saying is, it's up to us to motherfucking stop being fooled by this bullshit and tricking ourselves into the goddamn pen, white and black motherfuckers. Some motherfucking times it's just not worth the hassle. Other times it is. You got to make the decision. But I don't never see it as worth it unless the motherfucker start choking me or something. And I don't never get a reason to do that. Motherfucker pulled me over right in front of my house. Get to asking me some questions. Then he go to look at my shit. Him and his partner got his hand on his gun and shit. You want to know why? Because they couldn't find shit on me. So the motherfucker came up to the window and say, look, you be honest with me, and this could be over like that. I say, honest about what? He say, when's the last time you got stopped? I said, I say, you probably ain't gonna believe this. I don't think I got stopped or had a ticket in the last 25 years. You know what that motherfucker said? You haven't. That was really odd. And he said, where do you live? I said, right here. And that motherfucker gave me my shit and said, okay. What I'm saying is if I would have had some bull, then ain't none of your goddamn business. You look it up. Would have been in jail helping them motherfuckers get paid. So we don't want to fatten no motherfuckers portfolio. We got to think, we got to be smarter than that. It's just not worth it sometimes. I'm serious. Even the way they accept prisoners is all about the least cost and the most profit. If you an older black motherfucker and you got some kind of illness, your chances of going to a private prison is almost the same as an older white person with illness, because that requires extra care. You come to this prison for profit with an illness, the motherfuckers go say, no, we don't want him, because they got to spend money taking care of you, extra money. So my point is saying that, why do they do this? Because they have a motel and the cells all need to be occupied so that they can get, see, that's why I keep notes, bullet points and shit, because I thought it was 33. It's 32,000 they get per inmate. Now, the reason they want mostly black and Mexican motherfuckers in them for-profit pens, because the white prisoners, I mean, they're not smarter, but they fucking use more resources that cost the prison money. Niggas, as long as you ain't fucking with them, Mexican, as long as you ain't fucking with them, some of them gonna read and learn shit, but most of them just gonna do their motherfucking time, leave me the fuck alone. A lot of them Peckerwoods, they be wanting to do this, wanting to do that the prison has to allow them to do, but it costs the prison money. So an inmate who has an illness can end up costing the institution. And they ain't gonna have that. Otherwise, the 32 grand, their meals, their food, whatever else come out of that 32 grand. And whatever medicine you get comes out of that 32 grand. The motherfucker don't want that, man. I want as much of that 32 grand as I can get. That's how they think. So my point, the chosen commodity for prisons is healthy, young, black men and women. There's hella white boys in there, so I ain't saying it ain't no young, healthy white boys in there. But the healthy niggas, man, I'm telling you. So what I'm really saying is we're the commodity. You got to keep this in mind. We're the manufactured commodity. They make money off us when we in jail. That's why that shit is being, some of it is being repealed. You got too many motherfuckers in jail for some bullshit. Man, As long as they can keep it going, they gonna keep it going. I'm talking about them motherfuckers got them private prisons, and they like to eat the gun, whoever they are, the gun people. NRA. They like the NRA. They got some lobbyists that's lobbying for this law and that law. Anything to make more prisoners. Now, good game for a pimp is priceless. And you want to know what's worth more than that? Good game for a regular motherfucker that has to deal, because pimps don't deal with none of this shit I'm talking about. That's for people. That ain't for pimps. But what's better is motherfuckers that deal with this shit every day in their everyday life, having good game and knowing how to use it the correct way. Pimp gets some game, he know how to use it right. He go use it right, because he depends on it. If he don't use it right, he ain't getting paid. See, young motherfuckers who have studied the game with me are doing it too. No, them motherfuckers ain't copying me. They ain't trying to be no motherfucking pimp. They motherfucking being a man about shit. They getting promotions in their job. I mean, that's because they're certain themselves. They're not afraid to be themselves. They learned that from me. Like I tell you, be yourself, motherfucker. I told them too. That's one of the questions I asked you, so you can get in. If I asked you to be yourself, could you? Everybody say yeah. Motherfucker, you don't even know yourself. You don't even know who you are. You've been hiding and faking ever since the age of 15. However old you now, do the math. That's how many years you've been faking. Because all them motherfuckers, excuse me, all them motherfuckers at SWU, like I tell them in the motherfucker, in the syllabus, I don't care if you tell a lie, because the very first fucking assignment is gonna show me where your ass at in the confidence department. And it does. Every semester, all them motherfuckers have to submit. Are you or are you not? Well, then now you can write me a motherfucking essay about what do you think you need. Man, I got so much game about how to open a motherfucker up and how a motherfucker can find out who they are so they can be somebody in life. You can't be somebody in life if you don't fucking know who the fuck you are. Now, they're not copying me. They're not trying to be pimps. And if they are, because they wanted to be a pimp and whatever this shit helped them get across the starting line, they're out on the track. What pimps are. They ain't on no computer. They doing what real motherfuckers do. The same tracks that all you motherfuckers claim are so dangerous. Which they are. They are fucking dangerous. But the real don't sweat that kind of little shit. Life is dangerous. Real motherfuckers go out there and get the game with the game that I laced them with. Because you can't get no game if you ain't got none. Yeah, you can't. So I can only tell you how to drive. You still got to get in the fucking car and navigate the goddamn roads. Same with this game y'all playing with. You cannot tell HD the Great or that nigga Boss Hogg or that nigga Q or that nigga Young Ramsey or any other motherfuckers I laced that them tracks ain't live. Man, I didn't bless some motherfuckers with this game. And the bullshit you talking about, the internet don't even enter their mind. They just roll, go to Florida, New York, wherever they at. They call a nigga everyone. They call me on Valentine's Day. Nah, they didn't want me to be their Valentine. The motherfuckers just wish me a happy Valentine's Day. So I'm dedicating my shows and everything I do to dudes who want to be men. Dudes who tired of faking about what they're about. Even though I said several times I ain't gonna do this shit like this, I ended up doing it. You know, I even do shit for pimps. I had stopped doing that. Everything was from, you know, square ass motherfuckers that want this, that, and the other. But I do shit. So what I'm saying is one thing in my life I did that I'm ashamed of. And the reason I, you know, kind of haven't, not reason, the one reason why I have an affinity for the pimps is because this thing that I did that I'm ashamed of was actually, I was a part of what ultimately was the undoing of this game. And it was not any of my intentions or any of the dudes that participated. It wasn't any of our intentions to do what we did, nor was it the producer's intention to do it. But American Pimp is directly responsible for the influx of so many unqualified motherfuckers getting in the game. Now, you can go back to the Mac when it came out, and no influx of motherfuckers trying to be pimps. There was no influx of undesirable motherfuckers getting in the game. You can go back to the Mac and see Goldie had ups and downs. There was street problems, and they made it look real streety, which kept the suckers, excuse me, out of the motherfucking game because they scared of that real streety shit. But American Pimp, shit. Goldie, back to the Mac, Goldie had ups and downs, and all the other dangers of the pimp game was represented. But American Pimp showed success. It showed the flyness that we have, but we was all successful. That's all it showed. Sure, Dre went to jail, but that didn't really show the negative side of the game. Now, don't get me wrong. Jail is negative, no matter how you look at it. But even in jail, that nigga shined. He shined brightly in jail. But what I'm saying is this. By all the scary motherfuckers seeing how, man, look at that. Blah, blah, blah. Look at how they doing it. They live in large, blah, blah, blah. Pimps always been living large. But he was always hearing the killing and all this other bullshit with the pimping. That American Pimp invited your ass in. And none of us actually spoke about the pitfalls. So it was like inviting scary dudes in. That's a big reason I kick this game like I do. Because if I would have held close to the tradition of not telling anyone about this game, I don't think it would be this bad. Now, I haven't really admitted that, but recently, I just started thinking about that. Niggas wouldn't have seen us so fly. I'm telling you, it wouldn't be like. And the niggas that really was fly up in it only did it because I asked them. That's why I'm taking the responsibility, because this game wasn't supposed to be exposed like that. That's why we never welcome some sucker talking about some bullshit, because you let that motherfucker in, he gonna let some other motherfucker water down more than him in, and then the game gonna get fucked up. That's why we all was so hard. Fuck you, you taking your bitch. You ain't got no motherfucking game. You ain't got no business up in here. So I'm telling you, almost 1 billion people saw that goddamn film. That motherfucker, none of you motherfuckers know this, but that motherfucking film played on premium channels, paid channels for over 10 years straight. It's the only, look it up. It's the only movie, I mean a documentary or film that played 10 years straight. The Godfather, none of them. Whatever was great, Scarface, none of them. That movie put 10 years straight. It overexposed the luxuries I and all who truly pimped earned. And we made it look so fucking attractive. And we weren't really in it still. We made it look so attractive that fools was allowed in, and the game started deteriorating. The real culprit is crack cocaine, because so many pimps who wouldn't have ever been taken out the game was taken out the game by that shit. Prison, none of that shit took niggas out. Niggas come out the pen and go right back pimping. Niggas get to fucking with that crack. He be on the wagon every other week. Oh man, I fell off the wagon. Punk ass. Well, never mind. We ain't talking about drugs. We just talking about being confident, having a goal, doing what it takes to reach that goal. And when you reach that goal, do what you was planning on doing when you reached it. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now I'm gonna look at this shit and see exactly what's going on. Fitness man, damn, bud, game was tight. Y'all took niggas bitches for not having. Hell yeah, that's why them suckers wouldn't motherfucking come on the track. Shit, Raymond, what would you change about your pimping when you think about it? Nothing, nigga. I was a pimping ass nigga. The motherfucking bitch do something wrong. I had them long ass fingernails. I wish I would slap you, you hard-headed motherfucking bitch. Get your shit and get the fuck out of here. What? Yeah, bitch, you fired. Man, that bitch would go nuts. Be trying to beg, please, please, please. No, bitch, get your motherfucking ass out of here. You fired. No, no, no. But see, I'm pimping when I do this shit. Because if I slap the bitch and break my fingernails, shit, my sex would be fucked up. So I'm beating her up right now, telling her this. When I tell her, you fired, bitch, boom, I done hit her in her stomach. Then I'll tell that bitch when she asks me, please, please, I say, no, bitch. I done double slapped her. But what I'm saying is I'm really pimping at this bitch. So when I tell her, when I think she's at her breaking point, and she just about to say, well, fuck you then. Because a bitch will say that. Because I'm telling her, get your shit, whatever the fuck I bought you, bitch, get that too and take it with you, because I ain't no Indian giving motherfucker. Because you fired. And then when I finally do get to break away from the bitch, and I'm walking toward the door to leave, then I turn around and say, when I come back, bitch, because the bitch can have an apartment. All the apartments was mine. Because when I kick a bitch out, you getting the fuck out. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go out the door. And the bitch would dive over the coffee table, grab my leg. No, please. Please. And I'm dragging the bitch. You know, I'm trying to get out. And then before I open the door, because you don't want none of this shit. Because, to be in the hallway and shit. So before I open the door, I say, bitch, you mean you telling me you gonna let me pimp on your motherfucking ass every day without no problems? And the bitch say, yes, yes, yes. And I really get to pimping, man. I'm a shit, bitch. It's against my better pimp judgment. But I'm gonna give your punk ass another chance. Thank you, thank you. You see, I'll never get you know. What's better, to beat that bitch ass or the psychology? Use psychology and make her see how important you are. Bitch, and once I did that to a bitch, the bitch, she ended up leaving probably, but she didn't leave right then. The bitch didn't leave no time soon. The bitch might have left if I got the fast pimping, you know, after some years. You know, nigga get the fast pimping and forget shit. You know what I'm saying? Or neglect shit. You don't forget shit. You neglect shit. But that's just how game go. That's how it go. Wait a minute, goddamn. Hey Rosewood, your cash app is one. Rosewood Benedict's correct. Put a dollar sign in front of that one, bro. Put a dollar sign in front of that one, and you got it. Go Rosebud, go. But when you came up, did you ever campaign with Fudgy? Who the fuck asking me about Fudgy? Fudgy was a. Let me tell you something. Fudgy was a motherfucker. He would I was selling weed back then, and Fudgy would come to town. You know, he was pimping up in Reno, no Vegas, and he would come to the V, and I'm out there on the corner, and this nigga would pull up doing the James Brown. He'd be skating, baby, it's cool. You got that weed, man? Hey, when he pulling up, I tell my partners, hey man, watch how I kick it with this pimp. I was about 15, 16. And then Fuzzy come and say, you got that weed, man? And the nigga say, yeah. He say, step into my office and we get in this car. You know, back then you would fire up a joint with a motherfucker. And he would be hitting that weed. Then that nigga would say, man, this is some good shit, man. I got 6 bitches and all them motherfuckers smoke that shit, man. Give me, and then he might buy 6 ounces, or he would buy a lot of motherfucking weed. But ounces wasn't but $10 back then, any motherfucking way. But that was the shit. Yeah, I fucked with Fudgy like a motherfucker. All right, now let me go get some more shit, y'all. Asexual shit is changing the world for me and England. Irvin Mack, you so motherfucking right. Let me tell you motherfuckers what they doing. In the 60s, they was trying to tell you how many kids you can have. 2.2 kids. How you gonna have 0.2? I don't know. But they was telling you, putting that out. And then when that didn't stop motherfuckers from having babies and shit. So then they started promoting homosexuality and the gay life. It kind of stopped it, but then the laws and shit changed, and all this adopting kids and all of this stuff started coming up. Now the gay people having kids. So what I'm saying is now they're going to technology. They motherfucking got you guys fucked up with these virtual reality fucking goggles. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna start having porn on that shit, or they already do. Then they're gonna let you actually fuck a bitch while you in that shit. They've got these things on. You're gonna be able to see yourself putting your dick in the bitch. You ain't doing nothing but pulling your dick out. And then they're gonna go from there to artificial intelligence. You're gonna be buying motherfucking bitches. Then you're gonna store that bitch in your closet. And then when you come home, you're gonna wind that bitch up. And she gonna talk to you like you want her to talk to you. She gonna do shit to you. And you go fuck that. You go sit up and watch TV with that bitch. And some of you motherfuckers gonna buy dudes too. Because since it's private, I may as well experiment. This shit is all planned for population control. Now, I'm a crazy conspiracy theory motherfucker, but look it up. In the 60s, they wanted you to have 2.2 kids. And white people start doing that. Niggas and Mexicans, man, fuck that. But white people started having 2 kids. That's all they wanted. If they had more, it was like, damn, we're having a family. We can't. That's why they start killing them. I take that back. I was just lying right there. But what I'm really saying is the population control is real. Okay, that was dope, Urban Mac. I've tried some game from Rosebud about not being afraid of a chick, and it'll make. Oh, that's Urban Mac again. That's right. Many fitness man, many men don't feel being themselves is good enough to catch. How do they start to find themselves or get better? I'm only tell you one thing, and that's stop fucking lying to yourself about any fucking thing. You guys don't know how much you lie to yourself. Man, I'm gonna get at that broad. Now if she go over there to the left, I'm gonna see if I could go over here and get her when she coming out. When you say shit like that, you lying. Because if you're gonna get at the bitch, you would get at her. Ain't no condition. All right. They just, and you're right, they don't feel being themselves is good enough. That's what SWU is about. Showing you where you qualify, showing you how to recognize your qualification, showing you what to do once you actually see you are qualified. Hey, confidence is a belief builder. And if you don't have confidence, you do not believe in yourself. Period. Fitness man, find the closest SW and get your ass enrolled, man. J Roll. All right. Many don't think they're good enough to catch. So how can they find? Oh, shit, didn't I fucking just read that? Salute, bud. All right, salute to you, man. Hassan. One Seattle, NY. Who in the fuck know with all these motherfuckers? God, they just killed. But how did move in the game without credit? See that? That's what I'm talking about. What motherfucker thinking about credit in the game? When you get older, and you've been pimping like a motherfucker, you've been done so much shit with people that you have credit. But a motherfucker gonna be coming up there, I gotta get my credit card. Let me call a nerd wallet, so I can find the best card. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't need to be in the game, man. Nigga walk around and whatever the fuck he want, he buy it. Right then. Or go home and get the money. Or go to the bank and withdraw it. Shit. Credit. So Stefan, you weak, man. Blessing to this game, Seattle in the building. Sacred G for sure. 6 hours for driving after smoking. What the fuck? But you're right on the money. Okay. Population control. You be talking that real game, OG. That's for sure, man. I do. Hands down, you're relevant. Thanks, bro. How is 60s and 70s golden when women ain't giving up pussy even in 50s if you single? Or are women open to that in 50s and 60s? Fitness man said some stupid shit like that. I told all you motherfuckers, I do not fuck young bitches. 50 is the youngest I'm fucking. And shit, I ain't had a 50-year-old in a while. Man, you niggas is crazy, man. Just because the bitch is old, she don't want that pussy tap. Nah, you see an old bitch and you get to talk, you can't just come at her, but I'm saying you get to talking to the bitch and y'all chuckling, blah, blah, blah. And you say, well, look, let's go to the house and, watch some TV or something. If the bitch say yeah, she already know you finna blow up in them guts. She ain't finna play no motherfucking games. If you really turn on the TV, the bitch lied to say, oh shit, you was serious? Because when the bitch come in, they lie to turn to come ahead to the bedroom. Which one of these yours? I didn't have all that. Old bitch is cool as fuck. You ain't about to go through no changes with an old bitch. Shit. Gatsby. I love collectible cars. Yeah, I had a Gatsby. Rest in peace, Kiko. But give me some pointers on having a more communication with my father. I'm in my 30s and Pops is in his 60s. Well, I mean, damn, how I'm gonna give you some information on that? And your motherfucking ass ain't really kind of told me what was jumping off. But I will tell you this. You gotta be a man with that motherfucker because that's what he expect. And you can't be lying. Because he didn't tell all the lies you tell him. He did all this, man. Man, you can't lie to Pops. Just be real. Talk to him straight up, man to man. But why do nice guys spend his last with women? Because it's in their nature to want the motherfucker that they can't control. Women do not want to control dudes. They do what they do so that they can see what kind of man you are. Because when you tell her, take your ass in the room and cry, because I don't want you fucking up my television. I'm watching Martin, bitch. You know, shit. Hey, man up. Don't be mean. I mean, I talk a hell of shit and I exaggerate sometimes, but I don't really be as chicken shit as I be saying. But sometimes I do. But my point is, you just got to be to handle the women. You got to show them that you can handle them. That they can't handle you, because anytime you let them handle you, you finish in last. Period. Okay. Barry Jones, what's up, man? This baby J from the south side of Chicago, Morgan Park. When a person has played the game on all levels, from square to pivot, you're able to view things from different perspectives. Anything that's old has history, wisdom, and knowledge behind it. Oh shit, Barry. What the fuck? You sound like you got some game. Irvin Mack, the gas we in Auburn cars were not, man, thanks to you. All right, man. Raymond, you can't win today's game with yesterday's score, but you can win today's game with yesterday's knowledge of winning. Raymond, that was a little. I always said that you can't win today's game with yesterday's motherfucking score, but that last part, I don't remember saying that. That's dope. You can win today's game with yesterday's knowledge. Yeah, that's dope. Bring on the heat cup. Motherfucker. Fuck you, Joe Rowe or what? J Rowe. I mean, niggas say, bring home. Oh, like this sweater. Thanks, bro. Bentley Cook. Hey, you know what? I didn't get one bullshit question. I mean, kind of silly question, but none of the bullshit that I normally get. That's very encouraging. I love it. Hey, 58 minutes, I'm blessing y'all with a lot of game. Hey, man, Cash App, $1 Rosebud Bitter Dose. And that's, I don't want you putting a whole bunch of money on there and shit, but, $20, whatever, you can stay in 10, whatever. I'm looking for donations to help my motherfucking ass stay on. I'm going to be on as long as I can. So y'all get at me. I'm gone.